Welcome to XP Over 40, a gaming podcast for grown-ups who never really grew out of it.
Welcome back to XP Over 40. Today we are going to talk about frustration when gaming, and we are going to compare frustration when you're young versus when you're older.
So did you get very frustrated when you gamed as a kid?
I don't remember any specific moments, but I do remember when games felt too hard and getting frustrated by them. Still does, but in the old days, even more.
Yeah, because games in the old days, there wasn't these super helpful or annoying, sometimes tutorials to take you one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
The experience was more brutal. And sometimes the games would mock you for losing. Like, for example, the dog in the Duck Hunt game who laughed at you when you sucked.
True.
And I had this game with a rapping dog called Parappa the Rapper. Mm-hmm. You were pressing buttons on the PlayStation 1 in time to music. Yeah. And there was this, I guess it was some kind of moose who was driving a car, and you were going to get your driver's license.
Okay.
And there was this song, well, now we're here, just sitting in the car. I want you to show me if you can get far. Step on the gas. And then when you press step on the gas, step on the brake, step on the brakes. Oh, you gotta do it again. What? It was so hard to finish that level.
Okay, yeah.
Ruthless.
Absolutely. It's like the Guitar Hero games. If you have to press a bit early, a bit late, or exactly on the beat, so it's impossible to know when you should press.
In this game, you sucked it away. Whenever you pressed, it sounded like crap. And then there is one game that's notoriously hard. It's infamous for being so damn hard to finish. And it's a kid's game. Came out in 94. Can you guess? About a lion.
Oh, Lion King.
Lion King, yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal. It was awesome, but brutal.
I read somewhere that the game was designed in a way that you were not supposed to finish over a weekend.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if that's true, but try finish that game over a year.
Yeah.
It was insane. Insanely hard.
Yeah, that was on the Super Nintendo and...
No. The one on DOS, MS-DOS.
It's the same game.
Oh.
Yeah, Super Nintendo and Sega Mega Drive and Sega Genesis.
I only had it on floppy disk.
Yeah,
on DOS. Okay.
Came on all systems.
Okay.
Yep. It's a Disney game, so they released on all systems.
Yeah, so you're playing as Simba, first as a cub, and then he grows up. And you can earn lives by playing this bonus game where you're supposed to catch bugs. But some bugs are poisonous. But
of course,
the game doesn't tell you which ones, so you just got to try, and then, whoops, game over if you fail.
Yeah, I remember my cousin had it on Sega Genesis, so I didn't play it on DOS.
Okay, there's this part of the game where you're on an ostrich or some kind of bird running, and there's trees in the way with birds' nest, and you got to jump over them, and there's monkeys that catch you and throw you.
Yeah, I remember.
But the game doesn't tell you what to do or how to do it. You're left clueless, like you were in many games when you were a kid. They didn't hold you in the hand at all.
Nope. I've heard about another NES game called Silver Surfer that's supposed to be one of the hardest games ever.
I've heard the title.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but it's supposed to be brutal.
Did you get angry?
Yeah, absolutely, I did.
But how angry did you? That's the question.
Yeah, I think the controller did fly through the room a couple of times or more. I remember you got really frustrated if the power went out with the NES because you didn't have save games. No,
you didn't.
And I remember if me and my brother played too much, my mom sometimes yanked out the cable.
No, that's evil. No matter how long you play, your mom shouldn't rip out the cord.
Game over.
That's pure evil.
Yep. So I figure that you also got really frustrated and angry.
I did. I did, and so did many adults. my dad used to throw the controller. But I was really careful not throwing them because how would I afford a new one? So I hit myself hard in the leg, as hard as I could. No, I was mad at myself for not being good enough, losing the...
Punished yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you and your dad are the only two people that I have heard come up with new curses, new swear words when you get really frustrated with games.
You gotta be creative.
All the frustration come out. New words.
Yeah. Saving got a bit better on PlayStation 1. You had the memory cards that allowed you to save at least a few saves, a few games.
Yep.
It was just like a couple of megabytes or 1 megabyte or...
They were different.
Different kinds.
Yeah. There were big ones later, but like 1 or 2 megabytes of memory. And it depended on the game how much you could save, because some games took out more space than others. And I remember it was so awesome that you could save games until I bought like a Game Shark. It was like a cheat CD for the PlayStation, and you could load saves from the CD onto your memory disk. So I played a lot of Gran Turismo, so I had like hundreds of cars that I bought and won. And so I imported a save game from the CD, and it overwrote my game. So I lost and that was so frustrating. I had played so many hours.
You should be ashamed for doing that.
Yeah, I just wanted to try out some new cars, some really hard to get cars, and wiped all my
cheating.
progress.
That's cheating so bad.
Yeah. I bought a cheat CD for the PlayStation.
That's desperate.
Yep. I think we'll have to dedicate a whole episode for cheating.
For cheats, yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. I remember this game, Tomb Raider 3. In the first and the second Tomb Raider, you could save whenever you wanted, which was a luxury. But in the third version, the Tomb Raider 3, they had replaced the saves with crystals that you had to collect.
What?
Yep. And there were only a handful, like maybe 3 crystals per level or more. You could save them up. So you had to choose when to save a level.
Oh my God.
So you had to pick this really, if you had completed a really hard stage of the level, you saved, or you just didn't save and wished that that you had done the right choice.
But actually that did fix a problem that came later with the quick saves, that you saved too often and you could get stuck with your save, like you saved and loaded a game and died immediately.
Oh, yeah.
So if you only could save a few times, then that probably didn't happen. That's easy. Because that's also a frustrating thing if you get stuck with your save.
Yeah, it's a true thing.
Talking about from experience.
Yeah, it happened to me just the other day in Tomb Raider 2 remastered version. I had like a tiny millimeter of health, and then I'm supposed to get through this sniper, and it's impossible, so I have to restart the level, but I'm not sure how. So I'm stuck.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. And another thing that was frustrating to me as a kid was watching someone else play, waiting for your turn, or just watching someone who wasn't that good or who sucked.
Okay, so like me.
Yeah, but they get to a hard place and you just let me, yeah.
Give me.
So frustrating.
So you're not a good backseat gamer?
Not really. Depends on the game, but...
And who plays?
Yeah. Usually I just want to grab the controller. Not saying that I would do it any better, but it's...
Yeah, you are.
Some parts of some games, maybe Mario. Let's go over to gaming as adults. Do you get frustrated today?
Yep, I do. About so many things. But basically a lot of the same things also, because the games still are hard today, but in a different way. And there are certain games that are made to be really hard, like the Dead Souls. I haven't played them, but I've seen a lot of videos and really brutal games.
But usually I feel like there are some brutal games today, but there are more games where you have some tutorial guiding you through it, or checkpoints, or you get to just continue from wherever you die. I just have a feeling of games being a bit easier today.
Yeah, like you said, at some point, some of the newer Tomb Raider games, like the old ones were pretty hard.
Yeah.
And the new ones are like watching a movie and pressing X, A, and B at the right time, and that's it.
Yeah, I've begun a few and then just quit because it's not satisfying enough for me to just die and then spawn back before the cliff that I fell into or wherever.
Yeah.
Just continue. That's not enough punishment for me.
Like the same thing, like newer racing games, many of them have like instant rewind. So if you crash, you can just press backspace and it rewinds and you can take the corner again.
What?
And try again how many times you...
Okay, I haven't played racer games in such a long time.
Yeah, and I don't like that either.
No.
It's
if you lose, you lose.
Yeah.
If you're last, you're last.
Yeah. You crash and burn, then that's it. It's over.
How about the modes? Easy, normal, difficulties?
I usually go for normal because that's usually how the game is supposed to be played by the designers.
Me too. I feel lousy choosing easy.
Sometimes you can change a few settings if there's something you don't like.
Yeah. Some changes I think you're allowed to do, like that just doesn't affect your gameplay that much, like quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
Such as a little bit more higher stacking size or maybe inventory space even. Not really that. But
well, it depends on the game and also how you want to play, what kind of experience you want from the game. Do you want a really chill, just explore the world, or depends on how you like to play a game. Yeah. Many games you can play in different styles altogether, so it depends.
Seems like the things that frustrate us as adults is not really the same type of things that frustrated us when we were kids.
Maybe. Another thing I thought about right now is a thing that didn't exist even when we were young, that happens in multiplayer games, online multiplayer games. And we don't play a lot of multiplayer online games. We just play local or like a dedicated server. But Trolls.
Trolls, yeah.
That's really frustrating. Like we played Red Redemption Online a while ago, and you got headshot from like 1,000 miles away. Yeah,
people just spawn and shoot you in the head, like cheating. Yeah. One killing headshot. Yeah, it's very frustrating, and that's the reason.
Just
because some 13-year-old or 11-year-old wants to have a bit of fun. It's just pure annoying. Yeah, the game was pretty broken in online mode, so we didn't continue playing. Luckily, we bought it at a sale.
Too bad, because it looks like a fun game to play multiplayer. Like we wanted to play together. Most games we play together. Yeah. And we search for games to play together, and that did look like a good one. But sadly, it is very broken, the online version.
Yeah. Just yesterday, I was annoyed when we played Abiotic Factor, which is an amazing game in every way. You're in this underground Australian lab, and monsters spawn from portals and parallel universes, and you're supposed to survive in a lab, and you build a base of furniture and you scavenge the different floors. But then there's the fishing mechanic. And you were fishing in the pool. You fish in the pool.
You can.
And I couldn't figure out the fishing mechanics, and you just said, "Oh, I got a cool portal fish." And
another one.
Yeah.
Oh, a third one.
And I was trying, and you were supposed to hit the buttons in the opposite direction of where the fish was going, and I just I felt myself being more annoyed because I wanted the fish too.
Usually I'm the one who does the fishing in games. I always ask, when you find a new game, you search for games all the time, does it have fishing? Or you say, it has fishing. Yeah. Okay, get it.
And then I tried to make a fish soup, but I didn't have the recipe. And I thought fish tomato and salt would make a good soup, but it
sounds
made
good.
a bad soup that I had to pour on the floor.
There went my fish.
Yeah. Did we have more patience and time as a kid to complete games and just give different games more time than we do now? Did we play in a different way? Do we play in a different way now?
I do think we played more back in the day when we were younger. Like in the summer when you didn't have school, you could almost play every day, all day if you wanted.
And we had fewer games, so we played over and over again, trying to get better. We do that now too, but I think we have different goals when we play, depending on the game. But today's goal could be to make this cool controller to open doors in a game, or to defeat a boss or get to a certain stage, get something done. And you didn't necessarily plan as much when you were a kid. You just sat down and played.
True. Also, the games back then, when we were young, were almost always games you could finish. Nowadays, we play a lot of games that are endless. You can play forever. So how do you complete that? So it's a different kind of gaming world also, in that sense.
Yeah, but it depends on the game you choose. I think there are a lot of games today that you can complete it in a few
True, I meant
hours.
There weren't the endless kind of games
No, before.
So you did play from beginning to, as far as you could.
That's true.
One thing I remember was really frustrating when we were young, and still can be today, is that you couldn't buy or afford the newest equipment or newest games. You still can't today, always. We almost always buy really cheap games because we're kind of poor. So we scavenge the sales all the time. And
Yeah.
a few dollars, few euros for a game is fine. We have never bought like a AAA game at launch.
No, never. That's very expensive.
Yeah.
And then you can wait a year and get it on a good sale for half the price of.
Yeah. Same goes with the hardware. Like a gaming computer today is very, very expensive. And as a kid, you didn't have much money. But then the consoles were a bit cheaper, but still you didn't almost never buy it yourself. You got it for Christmas or like a birthday or something.
Yeah, and the games fit for that console. You could never have a game you couldn't play because you had miscalculated the specs of the computer or something.
True.
That you do now. That's frustrating when I've been in that trap of buying something that my computer couldn't handle because of some reason.
Yeah.
I remember a few years ago playing The Quarry on my dinosaur PC, and I don't know why I bought it. You said it might work, and I just needed the game. I had never played anything like that before, and always when a video came and it went to the next scene, I had to wait with a black screen for a couple of minutes.
So what kind of game is that?
The Quarry is a horror game where you make choices and you can take the story in different direction. You're at this summer camp and young people start dying, and you have to figure out who is the monster or what is the monster.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of killed the horror vibe for me.
Load screens.
Yeah, just sitting and watching a loading screen.
I can see that.
But I finished the game.
We have to try it now with a better computer.
And then there's the frustration of buying an unoptimized game. I bought something really cheap once, and you weren't home, and my computer started going crazy hot, and just it was like a sauna. And oh my God, the sounds that came out of it, like
fans,
fans going wild. I called you and said, "What's the matter? What's wrong?
What's wrong?
What this cute little pixel game for a couple of euros?" And it was just very unoptimized. So nowadays I always look at a game on Steam, I read the reviews and see if it's got very positive or overwhelmingly
Yeah, and
positive.
also the minimum and recommended specs.
Oh, yeah.
But you also have to know what that means.
Of course, yeah. You learn by your mistakes. If you don't have an SSD drive or if you don't have enough space on your hard drive.
True. Yeah, and I know people that have bought games that their tractor old PC just couldn't run, and you can get a refund if that happens, if you aren't able to buy a new computer.
I actually recently found that out.
Okay.
I didn't know you could refund. I have never refunded anything.
Yeah.
Can you admit to being frustrated in a co-op game with me?
I think that can easily happen, depending on the situation and the game. But
do you have a memory?
Well, let me put it this way: you don't always have the greatest sense of direction.
What? You're joking. I know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah, in your mind.
Is it any specific game you have in mind?
No, not actually. Trying to go somewhere and you're completely the other way. That can be a bit frustrating.
Well, I'm used to walking after you in real life too. Why should I bother knowing the directions when I can just follow?
Oh, okay.
What comes to mind to me is when we play a co-op, like when you need a wiki or it's a game where you need to watch a lot of tutorials. I've most often watched a lot more than you, and then I get frustrated because I do all the stuff. Like I know the potions, ingredients, and everything you need to know to get the best armor and where to go and what you need to defeat a boss, and I plan, and then you go off fishing or something.
I'm in some pond.
What are we going to do? And I'm frustrated.
Well, you have that playing style that you always want to accomplish something. You want to move faster ahead in the game often than me. So you plan ahead and I just follow along.
Don't you have any intentions? Any goals?
Maybe not.
Just hang out, listen to the music, vibe a little.
Maybe.
Is it easier to laugh about frustration now as an adult?
Yeah, I think so. You're a bit wiser and older. Still, you get just as frustrated, but maybe it's easier to just kiss the back.
Yeah, as a kid, you compete more and take things seriously.
Sure, compare yourself with others more, maybe.
With other friends, yeah. Why did frustration feel bigger when you were younger?
You don't have the experience when you're younger that you have now.
You don't have the patience.
Yeah, true. It just felt bigger somehow, I think.
And you wanted to finish a game faster or get to the goal faster.
Yeah.
I don't know if I enjoyed the process as much as finishing a boss, or now I like the grind of just collecting 10 rare flowers or 20 fish, and just it's more about the road to get there.
Yeah. And also, like we said in the first episode, you could rent games and then you just had the weekend.
Yeah, you needed to be fast.
You had to be fast. Or you'd have to rent it the next weekend again if it was available. But then you had to start from the top again.
Yeah, if it was an NES game, but it was often NES games. Do you think modern games protect the players too much from being angry or being frustrated?
No, I don't. Well, it depends on the game, because I know there are games that are designed precisely for getting you frustrated because they are hard or almost impossible.
To beat.
Like the Dark Souls games.
Okay, I'm thinking of Cuphead again.
Yeah, true. You can beat them, but they are very hard, and they are designed to be hard and to get you upset. But yeah, there are many games that are, well, a little too forgiving a little too simple, maybe.
Yeah. Is overcoming frustration still satisfying to you as 40 plus?
Yeah, absolutely. You always get
Proud?
maybe proud, yeah.
Having a sense of achievement?
Yeah, that's more like it, yeah.
Even though you've accomplished nothing?
Absolutely nothing, basically. Yeah, I think it's still an achievement somehow, for me personally. Yeah.
Me too. Okay, so let me ask you a few quick questions, and you're only allowed to answer yes or no,
Okay.
or just elaborate a little bit, okay? Have you ever rage quit?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Have you ever blamed the game when it was clearly your fault?
Always.
Okay. Have you ever blamed the controller?
Yep.
Me too. Have you ever said, this is stupid, when you're just bad?
Yep. Almost always.
Have you ever looked up a walkthrough and not admitted it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you have never cheated,
I have always cheated.
but admitted.
Yes.
Did you ever refuse help because of pride?
Help from, like, in, what's it?
Another player, a sibling, when you couldn't beat a boss or a level?
I actually don't recall that happened. No. I don't think so.
Yeah, I was definitely too proud to take any help from anyone.
Okay.
I was so stubborn.
Still are.
Yeah. Would 12-year-old you beat current you in a hard game?
Maybe. I think it depends on the game, of course. If it's more rational thinking and such, I would probably be better now. But more reaction times and such things, I was probably quicker back then.
Yeah, probably. I would say the same. I had a demo of a game to PS1, car race game named Rage Racer.
Yeah.
And you only got to play one lap at the demo. It was good if you came 7th. That was pretty normal. But I loved the game so much. I played it over and over and over again, and I came 3rd. It was like my life's goal. I don't know. I played it from morning to evening for hours.
The one lap.
The one lap, and came 3rd. You had to do everything absolutely perfectly, and I'm sure I couldn't do that again today.
Okay, yeah.
If anyone wants to try that challenge, it's Rage Racer for PlayStation 1 and probably the first track you play in the game. Try come 3rd.
Thinking about it now, I also think that bad hardware can get you frustrated. So, I mean, your PC hardware can mess up your game so much. I remember an old Windows game called Motocross Madness.
Yeah.
And I played it a lot, me and my brother. And we couldn't stick the landings almost never. So we made these big motorcycle jumps and always crashed on the landing.
Okay.
And we couldn't figure out why can't we do this. And then my cousin had the same game. And one day we was at his place and he started the game. And suddenly we could land every time. We could stick the landing every time. And was what is this? And then we noticed he had a 3D card, video card, like a Voodoo graphics card. This is like the very old. And you could see the shadow below the motorcycle. And we didn't have the
Oh no.
so you could time the landing, but on our computer you didn't see the shadow, so you had no sense of where you were and when you were going to land. So impossible.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got to play it the proper way.
Yeah, it was like a totally different game. Looked awesome. Our looked like an old NES game.
We have had some failures also while we have been gaming together. I remember I had a problem with Ark Survival Evolved, that it just, my sound stopped working for some weird reason.
It got muted.
Yeah, and I needed to restart the game and rejoin the server every time that happened, and it happened a lot. It took forever,
Yeah, we had old computers back then, so it took ages to start the server and then start the games because we had a local server on my computer, so I had to run both the server and the game for myself on the same computer. The fans were spinning like crazy,
and we were troubleshooting for weeks maybe. And I just stopped caring at some point. I played with no sound, but it sucked. And speaking of playing with no sound, let's go over to last week's challenge. We do a fun challenge every episode, and last week's challenge was to play a game with no sound. Can you tell me how that went?
It was interesting. I chose a random Super Nintendo game.
Okay.
Called Power Instinct.
Okay, never heard.
No, me neither. It was like a fighting game, like a
Street Fighter.
Yeah, okay. Like Street Fighter. And I just had the sounds from Mortal Kombat or something in my head when playing it. So when I turned the music and the sound on, it was like an old Chinese toy. like a Atari sound. It's so bad.
Okay.
The music and the game got way worse with sound.
You're into sound design and sound
engineering.
Yeah, sound engineering. So you should just redo it.
Yeah. Not worth it. It wasn't a great game. What did you do for the challenge?
Well, I chose a game from my backlog. It's called Noita or Noida. It's a roguelike side-scroller 2D.
Okay.
And you just jump around and in this amazing pixelated, beautiful world, shooting at enemies.
Okay.
And it's this kind of cave you go into. There's a fire or something blows up. It's like thousands of small pixels spreading. It's absolutely beautiful. And I was picturing the sound in my head, thinking it would be something very retro because of the pixel art style, I guess. But it wasn't at all. It was more like some mysterious Egyptian type of music, or maybe it wasn't, but in my head, that was what I was relating to.
Yeah.
And of course, I could play the game, and I was very much into the game. After a while, I just forgot about the music not being there. But hard to notice an enemy and not knowing when you hit it.
The timing.
Yeah, the timing. The timing was hard to get right. And
I can see that.
Game music for me is a big part of a game. I often choose games that have very good music, in my opinion. It's important to me that I get in the right sort of mood.
Yeah.
For example, I play Stardew Valley when I'm in a chill mood because of the sound. I could just watch a video of someone else playing just to vibe to that.
Okay.
And I play Don't Starve.
Very good music.
Yeah, and it often goes hand in hand with the seasons, like the actual seasons in life. I come back to certain games during spring. I remember us playing Don't Starve during Easter. So it's like a spring vibey games, but also during winter because they have this great holiday event going on.
Okay. Yeah.
You can, decorate Christmas trees and make food.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that game by any chance Finnish? The Noita?
I don't think so.
Because Noita is witch in Finnish.
That was my first thought, but I don't think so.
Yeah. So did the game get better or worse with sound?
It got better with sound.
Okay. Because it's interesting. They say with movies, the sound is 80% of the feeling of a movie. Without the music, it's completely different. I think the same goes for games. The wrong music can break a game almost.
I love game music so much that I took a 1-year-long course in game music design. And we got different assignments every week. And many times it was to recreate a sound for a game. And we didn't know
Or
how
reinvent.
Reinvent.
Yeah.
We didn't know how it sounded in the original game. And it was interesting to see how everyone had on the course imagined the music in their minds completely differently.
Okay, so they were all different.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Completely different.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. And the game felt like something completely different when you watched a gameplay to 10 different styles of music.
That's so cool.
Okay, so let's do a challenge for next week.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Okay, shoot.
Okay. Replay a game that once frustrated you.
Oh, no.
See how far you get. And this challenge is for everyone who listens. You can just do the challenge and let us know how it went in the comments.
So, a last question for you. Rank your top 3 most frustrating games.
Games I owned as a kid? Or
any game.
Any game. A few NES games come to mind. Mm-hmm. I got Barbie.
Yay.
It was this really weird game where you, of course, Barbie, she can't bend her knees, so you just jumped up like a stick and all sorts of crazy shit came flying at you, like pizzas and shoes and anything.
Okay.
And you couldn't dodge in any way. You just had to jump like 1 centimeter and down again. I never finished that game.
I can understand that.
And I also had this other NES game called Disney World Adventures or something like that, where you were in Disney World.
Okay.
Doing different
rides.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it was Disney. It was just Mickey Mouse babbling in the beginning. And then you got to do different levels like car race and a ghost house.
Okay.
And the ghost house was so weird. I just looked at a picture of it. Mm-hmm. It was so hard to finish that level. At one point, you jumped from moving chairs, flying moving chairs, and dancing couples came at you. And
what?
Yeah, I have
that
no
makes
idea.
no sense.
Yeah, the whole game made no sense.
Okay.
And you shot at people with candles. Mm-hmm. And you collected candles. And there were simply too many flying, moving chairs, and you jumped at chandeliers that were falling down at the same time you tried to jump on a moving chair. I'm really sure I could never beat that level. Not even now. I couldn't then.
Okay.
So I never beat the game.
Speaking of games where you have to read wikis, I can get kind of frustrated with that because I actually don't think you should need to go anywhere else than inside the game to play a game. Like search on random websites.
No, I don't agree at all. I love the wiki games. It just expands the story. And
yeah, I know. That's why you plan ahead and figure stuff out.
I love the Terraria wiki.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best.
Okay.
You just learn so much about the world and the different armor pieces, and they do a lot of collabs with other games, and you just learn about monsters and lore. I love it.
I think more on a basic level. Like you go back to old games, you always got a small manual with the game, so you knew how to play the game and what to do. But now you get a game and you have no idea what to do. You have to go watch videos on YouTube and search wikis to get to know what the game is even supposed to be like, what you can do, what the controls are almost.
Some games have improved that, like Don't Starve. It's a lot easier now.
Yeah, true. Still, I think the old games were better somewhat in that respect.
Somewhat. We just spoke of Lion King, where you just had to figure out everything by yourself.
Yeah, and when we were young, we didn't speak or read much English. or understand, and the manuals were pretty often in English, so you didn't always know anyway what you were supposed to be doing or what the game was about.
That's true. We had fun anyway.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for our Level Up challenge. This episode's challenge is simple. Replay a game that frustrated you as a kid. Anyone can join. Then head over to our Instagram or Facebook, find the challenge post, and tell us what happened. We might feature your story in our next episode. Thank you for listening to XP Over 40. What game frustrated you the most as a kid? Come share it with us. We'd love to hear your story. And until next time, keep playing.
Keep playing.